How do you do, my fellow squishies? And I'd like to make a number of interesting observations while I can, while all of y'all are waiting for me to do something else in the background, I suppose. But first and foremost, I would like to note that the whole crown thing is massively unbalanced. What is going on here? The guy who showed up early and then made all the comments in the comments no longer has the first class crown. In fact, John Leonard showed up later and went through from my screen, he went from 3 to 1 and they didn't update it all. So now I'm actually very confused. Hold on. I need to check multiple systems because there are multiple systems. No, okay, so wow. I can't decide if this is YouTube's fault or OBS's fault, but Space Cowboy from New Jersey showed up first and tried to game the crown system. And then John Leonard showed up and actually gained the crown from as far as I can tell. And then now Space Cowboy from New Jersey has the crown back again. And I have no idea what's going on. I am somehow not surprised that YouTube rolled out some stupid-ass idea in some stupid-ass way. But, yeah, here we are. No, I mean two-dimensional squares. Record spinner. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Deal with it. I'm still just losing my mind. What little of my mind is left over the crown thing that's going on in the YouTubes. There was a hypothesis earlier, but when I announced the stream, and I should actually, post all the streams we're going to do, so y'all can actually get the notifications and so forth and so on, and do things. But anyways, there was a hypothesis that tossing currency at me will adjust your crown status. I am not saying that's the case. I am emphatically saying I do not know that's the case. But it would be really, really dumb if that was the case. This is not an excuse to go fishing for currency from y'all. I'm doing fine, thank you. I appreciate whatever y'all can toss at me. I'm not going to stop you. But for the love of the great maker, don't go tossing meaningless significantly meaningful currency at me just to get a meaningless little crown thing for your chat window. I don't even know what that is. Hugging Floors. We have a sample body. All right. Hugging Floors actually did toss currency. I mean, it didn't affect his crown. So, and MW will take any currency that you don't want to toss at me. So here we go. There we go. If you don't want to toss currency at me, toss currency at MW. I appreciate mercenary mentality. And yes, it is just gamification in the end. Who has the best crown? I mean, the sad thing is that the points seem to top out. The last stream, I think they topped out at 150 XP, and right now they top out at 125 XP. I don't know if y'all see the same thing I do, but in the top right corner of the chat window, there's a top fans button, and that'll tell you who's in the lead right now and who's coming up behind them and so on and so forth, and their XP numbers and blah. Oh, no, Space Cowboy from New Jersey is already up to 150 XP. Maybe the max XP is dependent upon the number of people who are on the stream or something. I don't know. This whole thing is dumb, and YouTube is weaponizing your gamification instincts against you, and yes, YouTube definitely takes a significant cut. Wow, that came out wrong. Cut off the top of anything you toss at me. Last I bothered to pay attention, I get, I think, 30% of the ad revenue that my channel generates. Now, yes, I understand that YouTube does have to keep the lights on and does have to pay for. I don't even know how big their data centers have to be at this point. Last I paid attention to YouTube, there were 500 hours of content uploaded every minute. That's a lot of data. And it's got to pay for itself somehow. And most channels aren't monetized, so YouTube is taking in their ad revenue 100% wholesale. But for those of us who are monetized, we're only getting 30% of what YouTube is charging the advertisers. And I can't imagine that y'all tossing the money at me directly by way of whatever happens in this chat thing is any a whole lot better. I don't actually know. I should sit down one day and actually compare the numbers. But yes, YouTube does in fact make comparing the numbers somewhat challenging. So, yeah. Yes, my data is what they sell. I am well aware that I am the product. In fact, you are the product as well. What you watch and how long you spend watching it, and all the other various information that you voluntarily or involuntarily, because after all, your IP is recorded, assuming you're not using a VPN and so forth and so on. All of that data is being coagulated, for lack of a better word, by YouTube and sold off to the advertisers, who are paying YouTube like pennies for the millions of impressions, and little tiny squeaks of that come back to me. Yeah. Your entire intertubes has boiled down to selling your personal information for funnier GIFs. I'm not sure what to make of that. Well, so Record Spinner, I will admit that I have actually taken some sponsorship deals from some larger companies. One of my more entertaining sponsorship deals was from a cereal company whose name I sincerely cannot remember right now. But I did what I thought was a pretty amazing little ad sequence for them involving stop motion with their cereal and Lego minifigs that we had here at the Shipyards. Magic cereal or something? Hold on. I have totally lost the name, and it has been too long. Please stand by. And I want to look this up because I want to be honest. Yes, Magic Spoon cereal. Yes, I did actually take a sponsorship from Magic Spoon cereal. There we go. Thank you. Everyone else reminded me as well. And there is an ad sequence. I do not remember what episode it was on. Hold on. Maybe if I keep rambling, I'll be able to dig it up in some interesting way. Hold on. Please stand by. They actually reached out to me. We had a whole argument about how many numbers we do and so forth and so on. Here we go. I found it. What? No. How did I not find it? That's really strange. That video is not available anymore. Why is that video not available anymore? That's one of my videos. What? Here we go. By the Greymaker. Sorry, we're getting entirely derailed right now, aren't we? But that's what we do here at Sacred Shipyards, in general. Because that's just what we do. So, please stand by while I point you in the right direction of probably the best ads that we have ever produced for the channel. Once I figure out where they are. Yes. This should do just fine, more or less. Yes, okay. Alright. Stand by. Keep standing by. Yes, I know standing is hard for most of you humies. Nope, maybe that won't work. Start at, there we go. And I have to clean up this link because YouTube's doing stupid things with their links now. Hold on. I swear to the Greymaker. Why is this so hard these days? I don't want that bit. So, fun story. YouTube has started inserting additional tracking information into the links that you can generate out of their share button on YouTube. I do my best to pull that information out of my links, which is why it's taking me a second longer to pull the correct data for this particular link. It's basically the SI equals part of the link. If you know anything about hyperlinks, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know anything about hyperlinks, that information won't help you. I apologize. Them's breaks. But in the meantime, there we go. Yes, that link should take you to the commercials that we actually, well, commercials, ads, whatever you want to call them, that we did for Magic Spoon cereal a while ago. I think that is the biggest company that we've ever actually done a sponsorship for. We've done sponsorships for a lot of books, actually. We like books. We like literacy. We ran a fundraiser not too long ago about Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, and I should probably do another one just because, you know, Dolly Parton's Imagination Library is an amazing thing. We do love us some literacy. So, we've done a lot of ads for books. We've done one ad for cereal, which was a little strange, and they have never come back to me. Even though they told me they liked my ad, they haven't come back. So, take that or leave it, I guess. But no, in general, we have avoided the whole, what was the big ad game thing from like 2 or 3 orbits ago? They actually did approach us. I forget what their name was. Oh, by the Great Maker. Raid Legends, was that it? Something like that. It was Raid something. Anyways, yes, they Raid Shadow Legends. Yes, thank you. Yes, they did actually approach us. I asked them for a cubic foot tungsten cube. They didn't respond to that email. So I guess we're not going to do that sponsorship thing. But yes, in any case, if you do want to run an ad at the Shipyards, our rates are, I think, fairly reasonable. I'm not really sure. The link is in the bottom, mostly, of the description of most of our videos. And otherwise, just reach out to me by whatever other channel you can find, and we'll figure something out. Nord has not reached out to me, thankfully. I really was kind of curious what would happen if Raid Shadow Legends actually agreed to ship me a cubic foot of tungsten. That weighs a lot, man. I'm pretty sure the shipping would have cost more than the material. And I think we did something for World of Warships once upon a time, too. Because I actually used to play World of Warships, and I should get back into that, because I'm pretty much burned out on Fallout 76 at the moment, because this whole new fishing thing is driving me right up the bulkheads. By the Great Maker, if I wanted to come down on your planet and put a little floaty thing in your lakes and wait for some imbecile animal to poke it, I would do that. Sorry. I've been a pretty solid fan of Fallout 76 up until this whole new fishing thing. And I admit that I joined Fallout 76 late. The beginning of Fallout 76 was really bad, really rough, and the game, I'm amazed the game actually made it past the opening announcement and opening days and how horrible it actually was. I am very impressed at how they have taken this absolute monstrous game and made something actually reasonable about it. This fishing thing, though? That's some bullshit. What's my favorite ship in World of Warships? Oh, that's an interesting question. So I was playing back around the time that submarines were actually introduced into the game for the very first time. I actually was part of the beta cohort that actually got to play submarines free for all in the beta, and that was wild. But beyond that, I'd have to look up the names. I don't actually remember. But my two favorite ships were there was a USAN cruiser, I think it was, that was basically all the guns. It had like 7 turrets, and they were all triples or something, and it was totally ridiculous. It was like the Cleveland or something, maybe? I'm not sure. It was just spam can in a can, and it just yeeted as much artillery downrange as you wanted, and it was an absolute nightmare. And it wasn't one of those glass cannons like the French monstrosities, but it could put some hurt down. And then I still adored, was it the German destroyers that had the torpedo launchers bolted onto the bow? I forget which country it was that had the... Oh, yeah, it was definitely the St. Louis. Yes, it was definitely the St. Louis. Thank you for the correction, Renegade Leader. Like I said, it's been orbits since I played that game, so I'm mixing up names. The Cleveland, I think, was the anti-air one, and the St. Louis was totally the anti-ship one. And that thing was just hysterical, in my opinion. But the Germans, I think, had destroyers that had... I keep wanting to say proton torpedo launchers, bolted on either side of the bow. And everyone always expects in the game that destroyers can't launch torpedoes until they go broadside, right? Or at least near broadside. So you could always sneak up on these idiots thinking that, oh yeah, this destroyer couldn't launch torpedoes until it turns. Well, by the time I turn, both of the torpedoes I'd already launched have already hit you. So good luck with that theory. And I don't think it was the Japanese had the long-range torpedoes. So yeah, I think it was the Germans that had the bow torpedoes. Those things were wild. And yeah, the addition of submarines, whew, that really changed the game. Anyways, wow, I spent, oh goodness gracious, way too long jabbering, and I'm going to keep jabbering because that's the whole point of this thing. Okay. We're going to leap back into Istrolid, or Istrolid, or however this name is pronounced, because that's today's game. I apologize for yesterday's stream being jacked up. There were some things going on in the shipyard that were inescapable, and that is life. Oh, Lawrence Fraser, speaking of... Damn it! I keep getting distracted. Speaking of playing PT Boat on DOS, there's a new game on Steam about a gunship during, I think it's World War II in the Pacific Theater, and I do not remember what it's called off the top of my head. Oh, I think it just came out or something. Hold on. I gotta check my wish list, because I am sure that I put it on my wish list. Where did I put it? Well, I'm looking forward to AC-130 Gunship Operator if it ever comes out. It was added to Steam in 2021, so at this point I'm not really sure it's coming out. But in the meantime, Boat Crew. There's a game called Boat Crew. It came out in 2022. And if you want to scratch the itch of playing a PT boat, Boat Crew should do it. And yes, eventually we will procure our own copy, and yes, eventually we will play it for a stream. Because I know y'all would love me swearing at that kind of monstrosity. Alright, anyways, moving on. We're doing this stream. As I remember, we finally broke into the inner section of the galaxy after finally crawling our way off the, right arm. How would you describe these arms? I mean, if there are two equal arms coming off the center of a galaxy, oh god, thank the Great Maker, there's only one galaxy. Whew, alright. So designing your own ships is fun, and there's a game called Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought, I think, that does that. World of Warships lets you mod your own ships, but not design your own ships. And I think, I personally think that's a shortcoming, but that's not what the game's trying to do, so I get it. It's fine. Alright, so we snuck our way into the core of the... Oh, right, this one doesn't actually count. I hate that this one doesn't actually... Like, seriously... This is shorter than this. What? Why? Oh, so what's the premise of Istrolid? Jason Gilman asks, and we shall answer momentarily. Also, Jed Brown, you need to find better entertainment. but that's just my own personal opinion. Anyways, Istrolid is kind of like if you took gratuitous space battles and mashed it up with Robocraft. And if any of y'all remember either of those games, I'll be impressed. Robocraft was very, very good, and it got very, very dumb. So, basically, Istrolid is you pick a place to fight. And when you win the fight there, you get the thingy. In this case, it's a micro 360-degree turret mount. It reduces your range, but it gives you full 360-degree coverage. Or, we get a 200 turret mount. That looks like a 180 with more numbers. Let's try the 180 with more numbers. And then, we get to build a ship. Currently, we have the slowest laser beam, forward-only beam weapon battleship. We have this weird little fighter that is very strange and very weird. We have this plasma cruiser. It's okay, not great. We have the plasma flak, which is not a whole lot better. Or sorry, cruiser flak. We have this even weirder fighter, because apparently asymmetry doesn't actually matter in this game. I forget what this guy was supposed to be doing. We should probably delete that design. I have no idea what he's supposed to be doing. How do I junk you? Goodbye. Let's move everyone over one. Because, oh right, we're about to run out of space. Oh, no. What? We have the ice cream barge that is a conversation that has to... it's the ice cream barge. Let's just leave it at that. This is like our original design. And then we have these weird guys that are cut down versions of these weird guys. You'll notice they share the same basic premise, just massively fewer turrets. And what is that? Overcharger! Increases damage of adjacent weapons at cost of reload rate. Okay. Yes, Huggin' Floors is correct. This is the point me at the bad guy dum-dum ship. That's basically all it does. It's really short range. It will fornicate your face, but that's about all it can do. It is, in fact, a sawed-off starship. Both of these are. Because I should put these next to each other. Because that actually makes it more pronounced, doesn't it? Yes. There we go. And well, why did you go way over here? That was very strange. There we go. Now you can see the kind of the lineage between all these various ones. This guy we mostly use for stealing resource points because he's just got a little battery and a little armor and a little wing and a honking engine and then the gun. And that's about it. They burn out really, really fast. And that's where the ice cream barge comes in. Hello, ice cream barge. This guy, courtesy of the energy transmitter, can recharge ships in the vicinity. We haven't been able to successfully deploy it yet. It's mostly my fault because I suck at strategy, but, whatever. So, turn speed, yeah. This thing don't turn. This thing go in one direction. It ain't, and again, not the band. Alright, so we're going up against a 200-degree turret thing. Increases damage of adjacent weapons at cost of reload. So it gives you 30% extra damage at a 15% slower recharge rate and a... Right, it burns down. Right, okay. Fine. Fine. Does it cost energy? It does not cost energy. Wait, it generates... Whoa. Okay, there we go. I was not going to say it generates thrust. What are you talking about? So it doesn't cost energy. It barely has hit points. I mean, we could just kind of like do the obvious and booba-doop and say booba-doop. And by the way, the design largely doesn't matter. Everything takes damage equally, and that's pretty much life. So just because something isn't armored doesn't mean it will be damaged first. No, the total hit points are the total hit points. Let's turn on the symmetry aspect of this so I don't have to do the same work twice. That'd be nice. So now we have better ships? Question mark. They're much more expensive. Equally expensive, which is somewhat concerning. Potatoes. They shoot slower, but they do twice as much. No, they do 30% more damage, but they shoot 15% slower. That's a win, right? Technically? Alright, let's restart this. Restart. Hello! Oh god, they have so many tiny things. So many tiny things. Get off my stuff! You dorks! We're gonna have to approach this guy a little differently than we've already approached him, aren't we? Oh, goodness gracious. If you've been with this stream long enough, you'll see that we restart frequently. It's not great. For example, that ship just got pwned. Not great. Alright, go steal everything we can while they're busy, right? What do these things got? Just plasma cannons. Maybe we should have just come at them with plasma cannons. Or maybe not. By the Grey Maker. Oh no, you've got beam and plasma. You're a hybrid. Everyone likes a hybrid, right? Alright, alright, alright. Flak, bad choice. Yes, you have to hop on the circles to get resources. If you occupy all the circles, you win the game. If you lose all the circles, you lose the game. And the number of circles you control governs how many resources you generate. Yeah, we're still with the popper class. They don't work so well, as it turns out. And speaking of absolute nonsense going on at the shipyard, I will be right back. I swear to the Grey Maker. Stand by. And we're back. As anyone in my audience who has ever been a manager or a leader might understand, your schedule is never your own. So, yeah. Yes, no, so honestly, the popper classes actually do work well in certain circumstances. And I wish I could name them popper classes, I'm just not willing to toss down for the paint job DLC. Also, by the way, Istrolid or Istrolid or however you want to call it is free on Steam. And in fact, it is free on the intertubes. Please stand by. It is technically an HTML5 game, so you can play it literally in your browser. Now, you do have to have hardware acceleration enabled, which I generally don't, because it gets in the way of me screen capping things from Netflix and Twitter, Netflix and Prime and all the rest of those. But yeah, you can just play it in your browser. It's kind of fun, kind of crazy. Have a good one, Neoga Terra. And hopefully you sleep better than the minions did last night. By the Grey Maker. Alright, so. How are we going to spank these little idiots? That's a great question. Let's restart the battle and start with the plasmoids this time, I think. Are these the plasmoids? Yes, these are the plasmoids. At least these guys can put up a little bit of a fight. They're not great against these little dorks that move way too fast, but they're better against the capital ships. Oh, they have autocannons and fast movers. Interesting. Alright, we may have to change our entire strategy because they are currently winning. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, I see you guys. What are you guys running? Does that make you move faster? They're just running all the mods. Interesting. All the mods. Okay, okay. So they're running glass cannons. Alright, let's see if we can find a counter to a glass cannon. I mean, technically, this is a counter to a glass cannon, except it's way too short-ranged. But maybe we can try something similar to this, but not the same as this. Slow and heavily armored. Alright, alright. Slow and heavily armored. Probably with plasmas, yeah, that makes sense. With a mega reactor packing them up, fine. Okay. And then, let's see here. It does have to go at some point, doesn't it? Well, we can just slap some armor on this dork and call it done, basically. Cannot move at engines. You don't say, man. It's got no go juice. Yeah, more. Turn speed is very slow. I'm pretty sure it's just very slow in general at this point. Oh no, Hugging Floors, you paused the stream. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Well, at least overtime pays double, hopefully. Maybe, possibly. Actually, let's rip off these plasmas and put in flax in their stead. Flax are still pretty entertaining all the same. Time and a half is still good. And maybe we can sneak on some wings? Maybe? Maybe? Probably not. I mean, that does increase its cost significantly. Let's just try it with the, I think we've got decent turrets on those, and then we'll see what happens. Alright. Pretty sure, like, putting all our eggs in the same basket is a bad plan, but, you know, we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Alright, you go there. You go there. You go there. And then hopefully we'll eventually crank out another one. Actually, what we can do is crank out some of these dorks. And go fishing. Zap! We can use little tiny dorks of our own, you idiots! Not for very long, but it'll be long enough. Alright, heavily armored monsters are more or less in place. Can't turn for crap, that's true. And got destroyed because of it. Okay, okay. We definitely need to upgrade their their turn capabilities. Man, they cannot turn. All right, fine. Oh, where were we? All right, you absolute dorks. 859 versus 430. That one cost 16. That one cost 8. So hold on. If I put on 2 of those, it's technically 1 degree better than this one. That's a little strange. Okay, fine. Movement speed is very slow. Yeah, don't say. A single non-symmetry wing. I mean, maybe? Why not? I can stick the wing right there. Rip that one off. Turn speed is marginally better. We're at, where is it? 13 degrees per second? Oh, God. Really? Is it that bad? It's that bad. Wow. All right. Turrets won't save you now, old man. We just got to get him point in the right direction, I think, is really the problem. Let's pop out a fleet of little midges. I like midges. That's a good name. Blurp. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Dodge, dodge, dip, dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. Nope, didn't work. Worth a shot. Oh boy. Well, our big boys are engaging. All right, come on, let's crank out another big boy. Let's make them, those plasma guns are just so damn slow. There we go, all right. Ah, lost one. Let's spawn another cohort of midges. See if we can't make new friends. I wonder if I can just, like, zip way down. Come on, guys. We're gonna go for a trip. We're gonna go for a really stupid, silly trip. Here we go. Oh, that's not gonna work. It was a good idea. Damn it. We almost had that spot camped. And the idiots showed up again. Alright, come on, guys. We got this. We can figure this problem out. Mostly through the judicious and gratuitous well, I would say judicious and gratuitous application of flak, but really not. Alright. Never mind. This may not work. Yeah, they're going to beat us on points at this point. Alright. We need to rethink this again. Need to rethink this again. Alright. The real problem is we have no long-range weapon. That one only reaches 350 meters. That one reaches 460. That one reaches 560. And that one reaches 820. If flak isn't working, you're obviously not using enough flak. You're mostly nominally correct. Can get really done by building a shield ship, 1 armor block tall, but max width, and then just shelter your other... Yeah, see, that requires a lot more attention onto, like, how the ships are moving that I'm probably willing to pay attention. What if we swap 10 hit points versus 32 hit points? Nope. And they wait... They don't wait a second. Oh, that's 3... Oh! Oh. So it's $2, 32 hit points, and 20 tons. No. Yes. Sorry. $4, 32 hit points, 20 tons. Hold on. Yes. $2, 10 hit points, 3 tons. So it's half the cost, a third the armor, and ridiculously less weight. Use multiple of the... we don't have range extenders. We have damage increasers. Where are they? That one, yes. It does increase his damage. It reduces our reload rate, but it does not increase our range, sadly. We don't have any more new interesting toys, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, no more toys. We got the energy transfer doohickey. Ship spam and long distance raiding. I mean, that's an idea. What if we just rip all the heavy... Ooh, back to the sharing text. Rip all the heavy armor off. Still leave it a general purpose fighter. And do some, like, mid-weight armor nonsense on it. They should make it faster, should make it cheaper, should make it, I don't know. I'm saying the S word a whole lot. Does the game let you backtrack? Interesting question. It looks like I might be able to do the battle over again, but it's just the same battle over again, and I'll get the same features over again. It doesn't look like I'll get any additional upgrades out of the... Whoa, where did that old thing come from? Okay, I hope that didn't delete some old designs. Let's go back to where we were and hope we didn't just lose all of our stuff. Oh. Whose idea was it to backtrack because we just lost all of our designs? Fiddle fart muffin. Hugging floors. We gonna have words, man. Where the fornication did all my designs go? Alright, they're there. Maybe? Why is this thing... Why is that thing... Fine. Yeah, that does seem like a significant design flaw in the game, doesn't it, Lawrence Frazier? This old-ass cruiser is going in the bin, and it looks like this ship got deleted. So hold on, we can fix that. Because this is the flak version of this thing, and we found the silly way of copy-pasting ships does actually involve copy-pasting. I wish I was joking. But you copy-paste that massive string that's charged with Shippy, by the way, S-H-I-P-E-Y. A monetary apology. Monetary apologies are always accepted at the shipyards, aside from the 24-hour limit. And then you paste the string into the shared window, and then... Oh, what did I just do? Behold, the ship is back. So thankfully we only lost to one ship, and it wasn't actually that good of a ship to begin with. So Hugging Floors, I appreciate your apology. I may have been a little reactionary with my reaction. But let's make a note, for the record, that you shouldn't go backwards. Because, wow. It will randomly delete things from your... from your fleet. Oh, no, you think I'm joking. Boating with Boatface's cousin has nothing on... hold on. That's way too big of a string to sling at you. How do I make a... Oh, I have to delete one? That poor guy is just kind of useless at this point. He's fine. If you want to see the base string of what the share file looks like. It looks about like this. You're training the dockmaster that if he yells at you, I'll throw money at him. Well, I mean, what's the downside for me? But anyways, that is the string for the empty ship in this game. I have no idea why this string has anything past shippy. Like, there's nothing here. Why do we have to, like, add additional values to shippy? Maybe it's keeping track of, like, what user it came from or what Steam account it came from or something like that. I'm not really sure. I do appreciate, but that shippy aspect, S-H-I-P-E-Y, is consistent across all streams, whatever. Lawrence Frazier versus Lawrence Frazier? Frazier? See, now you're trying to make me dig up my very old memories of the Frazier TV series, and that's not going to end up any place good at all. Have a good night, John Leonard. Ah, yeah, it's not quite Frazier. It's Yeah, I like the capacities to do that kind of Z. Anyways. I don't know if I can poach a crown hugging floors. We can check, but I don't really want to. What happens if you type random stuff in after shippy? Oh god. Well, let's find out. Let's find an empty one. Well, the game does have actually verifications of like good inputs or not, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised at. I mean, that's pretty standard input verification requirements. So, yeah, that's good. I can't just gibberish my way into an upgrade, apparently. Self-destruct sequence activated. Oh no! Alright. Anyways, we were trying to defeat these jackholes. Let's make it go fast. Let's make it expensive and go fast and dumb. What if I rip out these two and put in batteries? Does that make anything any better? Makes it marginally cheaper. Yeah. Anytime a screen starts counting down, you should be somewhere else. Oh no, you missed the line, HBAga. 5, 4, 3, 0, 3. And the number of the counting shall be 3. The computer is speaking. Man, what? Oh my gosh. That has to be one of the best "we are fucked and we know it" scenes. The computer is counting, sir. Oh no. Alright, let's see if ripping out the reactors and replacing them with batteries made life any better. Probably didn't. Turn speed is still slow, right. We can actually change that now. It's still cheaper than the original, it still turns faster. Fine. We'll run with this. I don't like this. What are you going at? What are these little idiots. Oh, oh my god. They're just campers. They're engines with batteries strapped to them. That's awesome. We should make one of those. That's absolutely hysterical. I love them. They are literally just campers. They have no utility aside from camping. Wow. Alright, we gotta build a few of those. Total goats. Alright, alright. That was cool. Aside from them blowing up our warship. They're totally useless aside from just camping. Look at this little thing. It's just an engine with a battery strapped to it. Okay, hold on. We got to go back and reevaluate our designs here. What the hell? There's got to be a way to win this game without even firing a shot. I swear to the Grey Maker. Gotta be a way of winning this game without even firing a shot. That's just funny. All right, so what's the batteries we got available to us? We got this dude. We don't need two of them. Just the one. Thank you. Blurp. And then we got this guy that makes it go fast. And that's it. Oh my god. Maybe, but in the meantime, I'll at least keep them busy. I mean, you're technically right, Lawrence Fraser. I probably can't actually win the game without firing a shot, but I can keep them busy with this stupid $55 nonsense drone. As opposed to this, what are we using right now? This $588 tank, which apparently has too many batteries on board. We should get rid of one of those. It has way too much power supply on board. So we shall add more armor. Because even though these batteries go left-right, they only provide 1,600 energy, and these batteries provide 16,000 energy, and these batteries provide 8,000. So if I put two of them together, it boils out to be the same thing. So we're still going to make an asymmetric vehicle. Yay, asymmetry. Boop. Cool. And it's cheaper. Oh, we're going to make the most annoying fleet ever. It's going to be hysterical. Oh my god. Nope. Fudge. Restart battle. Alright, all together now. Where are my little dorks at? Go forth! Multiply! What are you doing? Why are you going this way? Now I can actually hold on to things without having to actually sit on them. And now I can actually snipe these dorks from a distance. Which is not going to be something they appreciate. I mean, yes, we're going to lose some ships in the process. No big deal. The cost of doing business, y'all. Yeah. And I like that since I already own it, they can't steal it. Jackals. We'll make a fleet of flycatchers to get rid of these little dorks. Zap, 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 zap. Die in a fire. Oh, you are so toast, you little dorks. We'll just go up here. No big deal. You can't do crap. You just gotta think around the computer is all it really boils down to. Oh, by the Great Maker. You just have to find the specific way that they didn't think about it, and mostly use their own design against themselves, which is really the funny part of it. Nope, shouldn't send them there. We should send them here, and we should send these guys this way. Ah! Die to fire. Nuclear fire for you. Oh, he's trying to sneak around behind me. Ah! No. Alright, guys. Alright, I see you. Trying to be all sneaky like. You're done. You're done. This is it. Game over, man. Game over. You showed us the way. And sure, I'll lose a few boats. No big deal. I don't care. I guess I should send my little campers out with actual guns. Yeah, you toast, man. You gotta be smarter than your tools. Absolutely. 100%. He showed us a solution, and yeah, I'm totally losing ships right now, and that's totally fine. But we've got this in the bag, so to speak, metaphorically speaking. There we go. A 200-degree turret mount, which is different from a 80-degree turret mount. I'm not really sure why, but here we are. Fight versus assault and battery. Alright, given that I get a battery out of this fight, I kind of appreciate the name. What's special about that battery as opposed to the battery we already have? I guess let's find out. I mean, I don't know what we're going up against right now, so we might as well run what we brung. But this monstrosity is doing great so far. I love it. This thing is just dumb. With our little, zippy zappy, go camp out kind of things. I mean, come on. It doesn't cost that much less than a fighter, but it's still annoying as hell. Alright, we should rearrange our fleet just so I can keep track of who's the funniest at the moment. Which is pretty much how I use things, is which one is funny. The dumber the ship, the more we tend to love it. I mean, come on, it's a battery and an engine. How much dumber can you get than that? I'm still not convinced what the difference is between a 200 and a... Oh, we don't actually have a 180. Oh, well, then there's the difference. Fair enough. What's this guy running? A 90? Yeah, but you can maneuver. You're fine. This guy? Can't turn... Well, mate, hold on. If we rip off your wings... Hold on, engage symmetry. Something, Lord Byron poem about symmetry. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the darkness of the night, or something along those lines. Yeah. We're gonna yank those off. Oh, we already had the more flexible turrets on this thing, and it still sucked. Fair enough. We'll just keep the more flexible turrets in the wings. It's fine. It's already a bad design. We'll leave it a bad design. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Restart the battle that we didn't actually start. Check. You go forth. Make a few more of you. Go forth. This is a complicated map. I don't like this map. I do not like this map at all. This is a really complicated map. My goodness. Alright, let's see what we got here. Ah! They stopped just out of range. What do they got? That's a lot of laser beams. That is a butt ton of laser beams. You should leave. Post width. Post haste? Post something? Post anything. Time to go. We should maybe make an ice cream barge just to support you idiots. He's already got an ice cream barge. I mean, they're kind of unarmed, but I mean, we should still maybe support them, maybe, kind of, possibly. I like this standoff. What do you guys got? Laser, gat, and I'm not sure what that is, but it's going to be painful. Missiles, we love those. We adore missiles. We're going to have to press this fight, and it's going to be ugly. Aha! Flak, bitches! And we done. So, pressing the fight was a bad idea. Alright, so plasma keeps them away. Lessons learned. Now we try again. Yes, the smaller arc turrets are cheaper than 270s. Alright, so they don't appear to have actually that many small fighters. So we can probably dispense with these and go with these. Because if they have missiles, we need range. And I still haven't found who affords me the opportunity to have missiles. It'd be nice if I had missiles. Are the turrets cheap enough to offset the wings? So that's a great question. Our ships are already bad with the 270-degree turrets and the wings. And you want to make them worse? I'm not sure that's a good plan. See, I would have ripped off the wings if we had been using 90-degree turrets. But we're using 270-degree turrets, and we're still sucking. So right now, I'm still okay with going with all the turrets at 270, with wings and accessories, and so on and so forth. I'm kind of curious what happens if we yank that off. Hold on. 78. And we strap this on. And that's what she said. Anyways, moving on. Strip off the little bit of armor that we have. Oh, that only costs $1. Really? That literally only costs $1. I must have misread. No, it did cost $1. Alright, fine. We'll give you slightly better armor than average. Why is this thing yelling at me? 1. Alright, we're just going to go plasma standoff until we can build a big enough fleet to overwhelm them, I guess. I mean, I think Strong Dreams right here, you've got the same idea I do. I'm just going to go full plasma for now. And then if that doesn't work, we'll try the plasma beam method and see how that works out. It can be much bigger and much dumber. It will also be much slower and much more expensive. So, trade-offs? It's always trade-offs, man. It's always trade-offs. It's always trade-offs. Alright, I don't think I have to defend this one dot behind my lines, because that seems kind of done at this point. I probably should have sent one of these little coffin things after this spot. That's my fault. I apologize. But we're still capturing it all the same, so no big deal. And we'll run away before this dork shows up, because that doesn't seem useful. Flee! I guess we're going to need an ice cream barge at some point. Behold, ice cream barge. I love that they're just like, nah, we're going to sit here. Yeah, dork. Damn thing costs $5.70. Alright. Oh, you're going to come at me. You're going to try. Bring it! Well, they done brought it. And they done mostly won. Well, that doesn't look great. Fantastica. Not sure how to hold on what we got to right now. Those freaking missiles. Alright, we gotta figure out some way of defeating these stupid ass missiles. I mean, I'm not opposed to the super swarm of plasma freaking coffins. But that's really expensive. Yes, the missiles are definitely dumbfire. They point to where the ship was, not where the ship is. So yes, this is why I'm leaning towards a coffin plasma turret. That's a lot of plasmas, though. Yeah, buddy. All right. We should test our enemy and see what's the line from Sun Tzu. Do not fight your enemy where he is strongest. Fight your enemy where he is weakest. We should test our enemy and see where he is weakest. I am stuck on the warp route, Tori, unfortunately. If we go back to the campaign mode, we have the option of assault and battery or rear guard. And I'm betting that is an absolute swarm of nightmares. Now we can try that. I mean, I'm okay with that. Yes, fight your enemy where he is not. I was listening to the Bobaverse books recently, specifically the first one. There's a lot of Sun Tzu in the first one, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, that came up quite a lot. Go to Minas? Alright, I mean... Wait, Minas? I can't... Wait, what? Where the fuck's Minas? The words! Oh, that? No! That did not go well the last time we tried that, but if you want to see us crash and burn yet again, we can do that. Our designs, yeah, not so great. Easy fight, so he says. So he says. Fine. Easy fight. Yeah. I forget how this guy's mechanics worked, so we'll just kind of ball into it and see what happens. I totally forgot. It's been a minute. Where are my little coffin campers? Go forth. Camp. I love those little dorks. I honestly never would have gotten that idea until the enemy introduced me to them, so thank you, enemy. But I still got it, you jackholes. Oh, this is the super laser one. Yeah, these are the super lasers and destructo discs. I do not know how you think this is an easy fight. This is emphatically not an easy fight. Yeah, no, massively, so much no. Yeah, this was just a mess. I don't even know how to begin with this one. So no, Tori Jones, we're not going to do that one. Thank you very much. We're going to come up here and keep working on assault and battery, because that seems much more easy. How do you build a massive fleet if you have no resources, yo? And they can snipe you off at distance. That's the whole point of that map, is they have a super laser that can destroy most of your ships in one shot. Anyways. Well, now that we're trying options, we might as well try and figure out... Wait, we're designing a bomber? Why am I designing a bomber? Who am I going to delete to design a bomber? I guess you. You're kind of useless, right? We've made better fighters than you now, right? Nope. Design a bomber. Do we have a bomber? I'm so confused. Our cruisers can't repel fire of that magnitude! Which loops me back to the Bobaverse and the fact that their happy-go-lucky AI assistant is modeled after none other than, of course, Admiral Akbar! And looks and sounds exactly like the role would indicate it would look and sound. Yes. If you don't know about Bobaverse, you should look it up. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I have used it for listening to on long duration transits. It's pretty good. Weapon damage greater than 306. What? How do you... I don't even know how to get there. What in the tarnation are you talking about? Like, seriously. How? What? A bomber. I do not think we have the tech for this yet. No. By the Great Maker. All right. I don't know how to get the tech for this, but it's right there, and we should be going through there. I have concerns. All right. I guess we're back to assault and battery then. With our little... weird little fighter. I like how he happened. Yeah, I mean, a bomber would seem to necessitate the ownership of bombs. Yes, absolutely. And we ain't got no bombs. So, yeah, I'm confused. I'm totes my goats confused. Color me confused, yo. And I've totally lost track of what this dork was doing. Yeah, waylay. Where are you going? You, go there. And little coffin dork, go there. What in... I like that the AI actually has the capacity to, like, control individual ships by itself. I wish I could do that. What in tarnation is all that nonsense? So many missiles that seem implausible. Alright. We're taking the fight to you. And that didn't go great. Okie dokie. Oh, you've got missile boats. You've got missile boats. You've literally got missile boats. Fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, alright, alright. The dork's got missile boats. We need to have some defense against missile boats. Got it. Nobody likes missile boats. Sure. Let's try this. Fudge items. They are fast, yes. They're not guided missiles, though. They're dumbfire missiles, so at least there's that. They're simply dumbfires. No, wait. Are you going that direction? Damn. They're very well armed and armored. Oh. Why are they all... Oh, because I have to wear them down. Fantastico. Because they ain't got no reactor, yo. They're entirely running on batteries. Oh. I gotta make a friggin... Cool. Cool. Alright. Please stand by. We'll be right back after these. Totally not advertisements because I don't feel like inflicting that on you. Alright, I kind of get it now. These fighters have no legs. See, I mean, you know what? I am so conflicted about ADC McDivitt, and trust me, I totally get what you're saying. I will never complain about making currency. I just have this perverse knee-jerk reaction, and I guess it's just something I have to work through. So, in the meantime, I guess y'all get off easy, because you don't get the ads, so don't complain. And it's mostly just because I don't remember to push the damn button. So, yeah. Yeah, the big dumb ship is going to lose a pile of reactors now, because apparently they have made an entire fleet of battery-powered monsters And we're gonna match them and see what happens. We're gonna kind of match them. We're gonna put in one reactor and then a pile of batteries. Is that cheaper? That's marginally cheaper. Yes. Cool. 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 So hold on. We do have a mod. We have a mod, right? Where's the mod? Overcharger. Shiny, shiny bow by me. Nope. So what happens if we drop a few of these little dorks in here and lay down some frickin' law, yo? Alright, hugging floors. Yes, thank you. I actually missed that. So, credit to you. I have to appreciate it, yes. And there's Strong Dreams right here, sponsoring a one ad-free break. I mean, there's been 2 ad-free breaks, so that's nice. If anyone else wants to sponsor one of the other ad-free break, that's fine too. And if you don't, again, that's fine too. The fact of the matter is, I'd be playing this game whether you'd be here or not. That you're here is great. I'm glad that everyone is enjoying themselves, watching me fumble and bumble my way around this game. But I'd be fumbling and bumbling and failing all the same. So, I suppose I should charge y'all for the privilege of watching me fail in live. What was it called? There's a memory. In live color television. No, that's not right. Something about the WWF or WWE or something like that. I'm totally missing it. Oh, the star thing? The star thing makes our guns hit harder, but makes them reload slower. I mean, live in 4K, yes, but 4K didn't exist until recently. Live in Technicolor? It was live in something. Sunday. I mean, that's close, but not quite. And man, by the Great Maker, I have never watched wrestling in my entire existence. I appreciate wrestling for what it is, but I have never watched it. But all the same, I still understand. Sunday. I mean, come on. It's kind of like a cultural touchstone or something like that. And Living Color was the series. Not quite, yes. All right, let's try the upgraded, more bang for your buck thing. I thought monster trucks were on Monday. Monday, or is that Egg Ball? See, the problem is everything has changed now because Egg Ball is like on Thursday, and soccer is on some other day, and wrestling is on some other day, and it's all a mess now. Oh no, so WWE and monster trucks use the same Sunday. That's awesome. I love that. Because I do not know who voiced that, but this whole like Sunday thing was just like, oh my God, man. How much did you get not paid for those 3 words that were all the same word, and it has been repeated for decades now? And I'm kind of sorry that you didn't get what you should have been paid for it. I mean, come on. Man should have been paid a lot. Alright, let's see how these super fighters work. I'm guessing not great. We just gotta keep moving is the problem. So I don't get tagged by these stupid ass missiles. So many missiles! Ah, crap. So many missiles! So little time! Oh, crap. I don't even know where to press the fight right now. Let's see if we can snipe this guy. So many missiles! Are we sure Zippy Zappy is not the correct solution here? Because it seems like Zippy Zappy might be the correct solution here. How do we make a Zippy Zappy that actually works? Aside from this very chunky, very earnest nightmare. I mean, it only costs 88. I'm kind of curious now. Maybe? I've lost track of who's lost capacity where at this point, because we've been slinging around designs like they've been going out of style at this point, man. And like I said, this live stream was going to last until I got frustrated with it. And that might be coming up soon. So, in the meantime, what time is it? I've given you an hour and a half. It's fine. All right. Little weird coffin things. Go forth and do weird coffin things. And now we're just going to spam can the bejesus out of massive turrets of plasma guns. And I have no idea what's going to happen. This is going to be freaking weird, y'all. I'll build a few of these to back it up, though. Blap! Oh, man. Dude did not survive the experience. Ice cream barge is necessary because I think someone's running out of batteries. Okay. That didn't go great. Okay, so we had the right idea, we just had the wrong distribution. Okay, hold on. I can make this work, maybe, possibly. It'll be bad. Let's wait for the ice cream barge to catch up, shall we? Well, apparently it doesn't work. Their little battery-powered monsters are more powerful than our battery-powered monsters. Man, they are simply just engines and guns and batteries, and that's it. Okay. Maybe we should try the same. Engines and batteries and guns. Let's turn on symmetry yet again because it does seem useful in this particular case. And we will make our own Zerg swarm to go and fornicate their faces. Cool, cool, cool Magoo. Alright. This isn't a great design, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Let's move you over to here. Move the Eskimberg over to here. And let's go from there. Pretty sure they have long-range weapons, but I guess it'll be interesting to see what happens when we don't bother dealing with those. I hate this side already. And the fuckers ran away. And then we ran out of power. It's a running out of power problem. Alright, it's a running out of power problem. Yeah, the moving is great, but then you got the power problem. So, the answer is obviously additional batteries. Oh, this seems horrible, but let's give it a shot and see what happens. You know what? We're just going to do this in small scale. They're coming to us. And they are dying. And they took out the barge. Wow, that was quick. And they've got missiles. Fuck a duck. Do not nice things to a duck. That's what I said. I deleted you. Fornicate off and expire. Man! There we go. Alright. Okay. It's a lot of beams. It's a lot of everything. By the Great Maker. Alright, let's see what we can maybe, possibly, maybe do. There's janky ways around this, I'm concerned. figure them out. Just have to take a hot second and consider some options. And I know I'm building something kind of like what we built previously, but it's not quite, I think. Maybe possible. I think it's a little different. Nope. Okay. Turbo Brick of Doom. Check. And actually, now that I think about it, we want those guns as forward as we can, right? And it doesn't really actually matter where the armor actually is. So it's a turbo sideways Brick of Doom. I don't want this thing to hit. I mean, I guess it already is technically hitting both. So the direction of the armor actually doesn't matter, Wake Roberts. The armor is simply part of the entire ship. So when the ship takes damage, the armor helps ablate that damage, but where that damage happens and when that damage happens does not matter. The ship has a hit point scale, and right now the ship is at 425 hit points. And when 425 hit points have been consumed, ship go bluey. It doesn't actually matter where the armor is. The game isn't quite that complicated. So I could literally just like do this insanity. And it won't matter in the slightest bit. Actually kind of looks a little cooler, in my opinion. We can go ahead and like keep stretching that down just for the giggles. There we go. Yeah. Super duper fighter ship, yo. Because I mean, why not? All right. Where's my super duper fighter ship? Let's go make new friends. Damn. They're just chewing us up. Man. Alright, alright. I wish y'all had been here for the last Istrolid stream, because that one we were doing just fine, and this one we are not doing so great. Not so great. Man. What if we swap out the laser nonsense for gas? Yeah, I know Strong Dreams wait here, but I don't know how to fix that problem. By the time we get in close, we're already being zapped apart. And I'm not frustrated at you. Sorry. I am maybe frustrated at the game. I mean... yeah, look at all those pretty dollar signs flying away. Exactly. I know there's a solution. I know there's a solution. It just bugs me that I can't figure out the solution. And that's basically my entire existence with every game everywhere. Is that I know there's a solution. I know there is. There has to be. And if there isn't, I will hunt the game designer down and introduce him to the beauty and power of the cube. But beyond that, there has to be a solution. So it has to be solvable, right? And apparently I'm dumb. Alright, guys. Let's go make friends. Influence people. But, no, whoa, what? How do I get back to where it was? There we go. Thank you. Make friends, influence people. Go conquer the fucking spot, you dork. Well, they keep running away from the plasmas. They keep running away from the plasmas. I feel like I should learn something from this experience. They keep running away from the plasmas. I mean, they do great against the plasmas, but they keep running away from them. It's very strange. Oh god. And now my guy got swarmed. Okay, hold on. They keep running away from the plasmas. I feel like there's something stupid I'm missing here. Yes, dodging is not automated, Lawrence Fraser. You're totally right. The only way to quote-unquote dodge in this game is to micromanage every single unit. It's like StarCraft, only so much worse. But for some reason, they're staying at a distance from the plasma guns. And I don't know why. Because the plasma guns aren't actually that bad. I like the idea someone said about rushing their space cowboy from New Jersey, conquer their spawn. That's not wrong. I'm just trying to figure out the delta between that and correct. All right, give me a hot second, and I need to like reshuffle my weirdness here. I love this. I still love my little plasma fighter dork. With a plasma fighter, so the plasma fighter dork by itself is not enough to keep them off. I think that's the trick. It's not just the plasma gun. It's enough of the plasma gun. And our totally horrific, let's call this thing a cruiser right now, has enough of the gun that it can actually keep them off. But I'm not really sure why. And now I have to figure out why. All right, fine. Let's do this slower than last. Oh god, where'd he go? Little tiny dude. Alright. Someone said that we should build up a force and attack them in force, and maybe that's not wrong. I just had to figure out what that force looks like. is the problem. Well, that force is definitely not that force, but, you know, whatever. But see, they run away every single time. Every single time we try to fight, they run away. And now we've got the missile freaking nightmare monstrosities blowing up our tubs. How are they just totally annihilating our ships? Okay, we're holding on, but they're still slinging missiles at us. And they're still winning, by some definition of the word winning. By the way, alright, we're just gonna try the spam can fighter method and see what happens. And they still run away. It's fascinating. And they annihilate our fighters. Fair enough. So that's not working. Okay. Let me go back and consider some of your comments. I mean, rope-a-dope would be great if my ships were fast enough, but they do not appear to be fast enough, despite the fact that they have, 8 engines bolted onto them? They can't turn for crap. Their first wave is the lighter ships, and their second wave is the missiles. Yes, that is accurate. Losing the armor? I mean, it costs 508 right now. If we rip all the armor off, it costs 476. So we get less. We get like 5. We get 7 ships for 6 or something like that. That's not so great. I mean, speed is clearly essential given these dorks are slinging missiles at us like they're going out of style. I just don't know how to work with that. We have no active defense against missiles. We have no passive defense against missiles. The only passive defense against missiles is keep moving. And that requires little tiny dorks that run out of power real goddamn fast. And yet somehow he's running around with 2 batteries and being able to power everything. Why do you need wings that turn fast in space? No one knows! No one knows. Absolutely no one knows. Trust me. Absolutely freaking no one knows. Alright, we're going to go full frontal assault and see what happens. Full goddamn frontal assault. I don't think we've tried this before. And if we did, well, it's going to be entertaining as hell. Well, that didn't go great. Let's see what happens now. Well, the obvious things happen now. Potatoes! What am I missing? What am I missing? Alright. So, if I rip out... Costs 500 right now. If I rip out this reactor and shove in... no. 2 batteries... That saves me 50. I mean, that's not great, but it's a start. Why would it... So, hold on. Strong Dreams right here. I have an interesting question. Why would I put the weapons in the shape of a cross? Because... as far as I can tell, this game does the hit point, the hit scan thing based off where the turrets are. And I've been deliberately putting the turrets at the front of the ship because then I can shoot them when they shoot me. Because if I put the armor in front of the turrets, then they can shoot the armor before I can shoot them. So all 4 weapon pods will be touching over the thruster? I've got 8 thrusters, I'm confused. I've got a lot of thrusters. It's not great. I mean, apparently, as far as I can tell, the game penalizes you for putting armor in front of the weapons. Put the weapon in the shape of a cross. Remove the one overthruster. So all 4 weapon pods will be touching the overthruster. Save money and weight. Yes, but okay, that's true. But the catch is, increases damage of adjacent weapons at the cost of reload rate. Negative 15% effect for each supported weapon. So it's not so great the more things you bolt onto it. And I mean, realistically, I should actually, technically, rip out these things, rip out that thing, and then move these over here-ish, more or less. Nope. Oh, there's no undo. I love that. There we go. And that's actually what I should be doing. That, in my opinion, is the best way to optimize those little weird upgrades. I don't think I can turn the turrets. There doesn't seem to be any mechanism to turn the turrets. Oh! I feel like we're niggling details with the... I feel like we're arguing over like what key we're going to play on the Titanic as the band, you know, slowly sinks into the freaking North Atlantic. In other words, I feel like we're missing something obvious. I'm missing something obvious, and I don't know what that is yet. It's bugging me. Bike shielding ship design. You're gonna have to articulate more words than that, dude. I'm using the standard scout engines right now, but after this battle, you can propose another one. Oh, crap. I don't remember what the hell I'm using at this point. Right, those idiots. On the left side. Right side. Words, man, words. Words matter. Okay. Let's see if we can hold what we got. Let's see if we can hold what we got. What are you doing? Go back that direction, you absolute potato. Oh, well, I would say you would run out of power, but you're about to be absolutely freaking annihilated. It's sort of the great man. I have the stupidest people working for me. Oh, so now he's going to do missile strikes. Jackal. By the Great Maker, what is he running? Don't chase him, that's great advice, except he's slinging missiles at me. What would you propose I do when they're slinging missiles at me from out of range? Just out of curiosity. Yeah. 4 missile launchers. Fall back. Great. And I mean, have you noticed the warning right up here? Turn speed is very slow. Alright. Well, we'll give this one more shot, and then I guess that's this for this evening. We will be live streaming tomorrow, and then actually the day after that, too. Because I didn't want to live stream last night for reasons. No, sadly, there's not a better battle that we could be fighting in right now. We can either fight with these jackals who are worse, or we can fight with these jackals who are worse. And that's the only options we got. Because again, for some reason, we can't get there from here. And I don't know why. And this... No one wants this. Alright. Alright, alright. Alright, fine. What takes remain on the deployment, we'll figure that out later. Okay. Alright. Keep them off. Spam can stupidity. Well, the keeping them off tactic is not working out so well. Spam canning stupidity might be working, and we'll see. It is not working. That was weird. Alright, what do I have still? Mine? Wait, these are mine? Hold on. What? Those are not my, those are not my designs. Oh, the Ishkan barge is keep blowing up. And I can't turn. Yeah, I know. Oh, potato sake. And they all run away. 'Cause they weak. The Gatling guns are intercepting missiles? If they are, I missed that, and that would be fascinating. And why are these guys not dead yet? They keep baiting. I love it. Yep. They just keep baiting. Alright, fine. Well, that was... I'm not sure what that was. Educational? We'll give it one more shot. Plasmas are clearly not enough to clear this problem. Goddamn hold off of missiles. Okay, we got a little more aggressive, and let's see what happens. Oh, more missiles. Yeah, lots more missiles. So, the alternative missiles is stupid fast fighters. Let's see what you idiots can do. Not a lot. Okay, okay. Alright, let's play the long game here. I don't know why this dork is hanging outside of this particular circle. It's very strange. Like, seriously, what are you doing? I think he's about to lose, though, because we're about to conquer all the freaking circles. We are literally... How in the great fornication did we just win? Maybe he ran out of battery. Yes, you're right. Strong Dreams wait here. Maybe it's possibly he did. What? So we actually wore them out? Behold, ye old reactors won. Because batteries die fast, yo. I have no idea. I have no idea what just happened there. And I have no idea how useful that thing we just got is. But in the oh, goodness gracious. On the next fight, we finally get the fusion ring. Close-ranged burst weapon. So basically, keep them at a range. In the meantime, though, Strong Dreams right here proposes an interesting idea that the autocannon can take out missiles. I don't know if that's true or not. But, all the same, in the meantime, I do believe we have run out of our time on this evening's live stream. Tomorrow we will do yesterday's live stream because I wholeheartedly believe in temporal fuckery. And then Friday we will do Friday's live stream. And then Saturday there will be an additional live stream because apparently I just have decided that my vocal emitter is just going to burn out and that's going to be the end of it. So, in the meantime, and as always, and as every single time that y'all show up and do this weird thing with me, I do appreciate every single one of you showing up. And I do appreciate all of y'all engaging with the community. Because really, I have concluded that you're not here to watch me play a game. Y'all are here to kibitz me watching... Hold on. Y'all are here to kibitz amongst each other watching me play a game. And it's the amongst each other aspect that is actually the important part. And that's cool. Like I said, and as always, I'll play the game either way. If y'all want to kibitz amongst yourselves, love it. But, regardless, and as always, good night. And good luck.